versus coming to a group where everyone is given that, you know, it might not even be equal time with peer support groups, but everyone is able to talk. You might not have to talk, or you can just sit there in peer support groups. Therapy, they really want you to be involved because it's about change. Peer support groups is about lifting each other up, empowering one another. So that's the difference. Peer support group, they have something in common. It's learning to cope. But therapy is about changing your thoughts. And it's not to get it confused, peer support groups. You can still work on your changing of your behaviors and your thoughts, but therapy is really focused on your behavior versus peer support group is focused on that support and encouragement from one another to keep going. Because a lot of people feel like giving up when they're going through struggles in life. But if you have that peer support group, you know what, I got group tomorrow night. I'm excited because I've been going through some things and I want to talk to my group. Peer support groups, you can actually give advice to one another. Group therapy, you can't. Because one, you need a licensed therapist to run group therapy. For peer support groups, as long as you're volunteering and you're knowledgeable of the information, any person can run a peer support group. So that's why it's important. I can't run a group therapy group because I'm not a licensed therapist. But I can facilitate an educational and psychoeducational group. You all understand the difference? Any questions in regards to the difference between the two? So the benefits of a support group. One, it helps people with a problem or illness feel less alone and more understood. Again, if I know I'm not going through this by myself and I'm going to my peer support groups, I feel comfortable. I don't feel alone. I don't feel different because others are experiencing what I'm going through. One thing, as you all know, Reverend Gordon said, our mother passed away. She passed away from cancer. And when I began to hear stories of others who experienced the same thing I'm going through, not just experienced the loss of a sister who had liver cancer, but also saying that I had so much faith. I thought God was going to hear her. I was like, oh my God, we felt the same way too. And it feels so much better when you know we're not in this alone. So even though that wasn't a peer support group, hearing someone else's testimony and story that they went through the same thing I went through, had the same feelings I had the same beliefs and faith that I had, I was like, okay, we're not in this little island by ourselves. Other people have gone through what we went through. So I know if they can get through this, I can get through this too. Next, it empowers people to work to solve their own problems. And lastly, it provides a safe place for someone who needs to talk about their personal issues, experiences, because peer support groups might tell you, a lot of times they get off track and off focus of what the main subject is, because sometimes they just want a friend to talk to. And that can be something that's not related to the subject at hand. But knowing that this peer support group have become my family and friends, hey, I got something to ask you all. This happened to me yesterday. Do you mind if we change the subject? Yeah, that's fine because this is a safe environment. Whatever is bothering you, whatever's on your mind, let's focus on that. So dealing with difficult clients. All right, so I have some strips. I'm going to do a little role playing. So as I stated, sometimes peer support groups are not easy. We come across different personalities. In an earlier session on mental health, most people who do participate with peer support groups, they do have some kind of form of mental health illnesses. So if that's the case, we need to find out how do we work with them. All right, so let's start. Who has one? You can just read it first.